Legacy Motor Club announced recently that they're going to expand to 3 full-time entries in 2027, which sparked a lot of discussion as to who should be in that third entry next year. There's a lot of people saying this particular driver deserves the opportunity. Hell, a lot of them think he should be in the Cup Series right now instead of other contemporary artists like Riley Herbst, Cody Ware, and even, Ty Dillon. People are talking about Corey Heim, ladies and gentlemen. The guy that's going to save NASCAR, the guy that deserves to be in the Cup Series, the guy that should be full-time. I say a lot of people. But explain to me how Corey Heim deserves to be in the Cup Series, let alone be in a third legacy car, being paired with superior icons like John Hunter Nemechek and the greatest driver of all time, the GOAT, Eric Jones. Corey Heim does not belong in the Cup Series. Who in the bright ass thinks he is Cup material? Look at Riley Herbst. He's doing a damn good job this year. Very good job. He's the one that is not afraid to buck the system, tell it like it is, and piss off reporters. Hell, he's a hero for that, in my opinion, to piss off reporters because he's actually in the right in that one interview at Bristol.
What a douchebag.
Douchebag? No, more like the savior of the masses. Corey Heim, that motherfucker been dead for over a decade. How has he reincarnated himself as a race car driver and looked much younger? Now tell me that. Hell, as a matter of fact, I don't understand why Corey Heim spells his last name with an E. It should be A, like the one that died, or the 3 sisters that nobody ever acknowledges the fact that Corey Heim has 3 sisters. And mind you, how much of an egomaniac bastard you have to be to never acknowledge your sisters at every Victory Lane interview? Scott Pruitt acknowledges his mom all the time. Now that's a humanitarian human being right there, Scott Pruitt. We need more Scott Pruitts and less Corey Heim. And mind you this, he's the reason why Carson Hocevar is hated. He's the reason why he didn't win the championship. And this guy won a Truck Series championship by lucking himself by making the most dastardly maneuver passes of all time in recent memory? Dude, anybody could do that. Life is not a video game. That's a video game move. Nobody cares about video game moves. From one video game mover to another, he took the talent that he has, or lack thereof, to beat Ross Chastain at Darlington in the Craftsman Truck Series. He stooped himself so low to beat a Cup guy in the Truck Series when he's practically a glorified Cup guy with some sprinkled truck races then and there. And what he has done so far in the Cup level, nothing tells me he's Cup material. Nothing. Riley Herbst got a top 10 in his debut. Now that takes talent. If you can't get a top 10 in the Daytona 500, you ain't Cup material. Ain't no way you're a Cup material, my guy. No way. He'd be better off being an actor like all of his other sisters, or hell, a musician. Oh, actually, no, I don't want to see a race car driver become a musician. No. Leave that to your sisters, by the way. They're gifted. They're gifted in that regard. They're gifted. So what does Corey Heim have to do to prove me wrong and belong in the Cup level and perhaps take that third legacy car? Maybe win in the Cup level? There's a race in Coronado Bay. You should beat Jimmy Johnson in that one. I think if you could beat Jimmy Johnson in the dear old glorious year of 2026, you got talent. But do I see that happening? I really don't think so. Oh! You know what? You know what I forgot to mention? He fucking failed to qualify in Chicago. It's CM Punk's holy landmass known as Chicago. He should have gone to Mindy's Bakery and weep after DNQ. You got beat by Catherine Legg, one of the best female drivers out there. This is a shoot, not a work, what I'm saying. She deserves a lot better, in my opinion. Ugh, that's a different story for another day. When you get beat by a BJ McLeod car, you don't have it, Jack. You don't. It was at that point, honest, like, man, even if he won the Truck Series championship, he still cannot prove me that he belongs in the Cup Series. Gifted, talented, give me a break. If I want to see a Heim dominate, that's on the show. The big screen, in the scores, in the fashion line, not on a race truck or a race car. Winning at Darlington in the Truck Series when it's a glorified crash fest, that does not impress me at all, man. Doesn't work for me, man. You know who does deserve the opportunity in that third legacy car? Cletus McFarlane. He's going to drive at The Rock. To make your O'Reilly debut at The Rock, now that's impressive. Kyle Petty won multiple times at The Rock. And people say he's one of the worst race car drivers of all time, and he ain't shit, this and that. If you win at The Rock, you mean something. If you want to impress me, you go run The Rock, win The Rock, and then we'll talk. But Cletus McFarlane at The Rock, he deserves that cup ride. More than anybody else. He's got a mission. He's got to do it for Greg Biffle, man. He's got to do it for him. He got to do it for Squirrel McNutt, too. And every influencer out there. Because we deserve more Cletus McFarlanes in stock car racing, just like we need more Logan Pauls in professional wrestling. Logan Paul, ahead of the curve. Now we're seeing that influence to other people in the world of motorsports. We need more of that in NASCAR, man. We need more of Logan Pauls out there. We really do, man. Corey Heim, I often confuse the driver with the actor that died over a decade ago. Now tell me how that's not confusing. And the way his last name is pronounced, you cannot convince me that Corey is related to Danielle, Esty, and Alana. You cannot. If people say Morgan Wallen is the problem, no, Corey Heim is the problem. But since I don't like his music, for fuck's sake, I'm not going to say he's the definitive problem. Corey Heim is more of the drama. He is the drama. Go ask Carson Hocebar, and you'll know what the epitome of Corey Heim's drama is all about. Now, do me a favor. Go watch the drama, for crying out loud. Support Corey's sister, for fuck's sake, man. Because Corey really needs it. You know who also deserves the third legacy car? Daniel Dye. Maybe that's what the press release said when he got reinstated. He wants to focus on bigger and better things than floundering around in the colleague Dodge truck. Maybe that's what he meant. Maybe he's going to be the one in the third Cup car in 2027. And you know what? Fine. Let him run at Chicago. I'm pretty sure he'll make the field just fine. Maybe that's why Chicago's not on the Cup calendar. Maybe that's why they went back to Chicagoland. To help Corey. To help him be Cup material, when we all know deep down inside he's not Cup material just because he missed the race at Chicago. Catherine Legg, you know what? Back to Catherine. She deserves the third legacy car. At least she made the field. Give her an opportunity. That will fucking serve. That will be fire. Anyways, now tell me in the comments why Corey Heim does not deserve that third legacy car. He has no business in being in the Cup Series. Because if you fuck around with Carson Hocebar, you ain't shit, pal. And honestly, if I were me, I'd be stacking those pennies for Corey LaJoie, because when he dominates the Truck Series, score more points than Corey in the Truck Series, it's gonna be legendary. An enigma. Something to be behold. To where Corey LaJoie, the superior Corey, goes to the Cup Series and be in the third legacy car. Because Corey LaJoie, when he stacks those pennies up high, amazing things happen. He's going to make Dodge relevant. He's going to turn Dodge around. And come 2030, he's going to be a Cup Series champion. Nobody's going to be talking about Corey Heim. Everybody's going to be talking about Corey LaJoie, ladies and gentlemen. So until we meet again, jump on that train, jump on that bandwagon, because Corey LaJoie is going to be the best damn racer in the world, bigger than Max Verstappen, bigger than Kyle Larson. Corey Heim, he's up there with Ty Gibbs, Wally Dallenbach, Hideo Fukuyama, Joey McCarthy, and the biggest dud of them all, Ken Alexander. So hope you enjoyed this little opinionated topic about how Corey Heim does not belong in the Cup Series. But now we got to talk about a few things that really matter in this channel. How the Seattle Mariners keep breaking my heart, how Aaron Judge did not deserve MVP, and how the Boston Bruins are going to win the Stanley Cup Final, and the Boston Celtics will whoop the San Antonio Spurs' ass in the finals, motherfucker.